Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the minister present, and Bjørn Arild Gram, the Norwegian minister, will start. The word is yours.
Well, thank you, dear all. I am very happy to stand here with the German Minister of Defense, Boris Pistorius, my good colleague and friend. And Boris, it's so good to have you back in Norway. Yeah. Second time this year. We had a good couple of days in the northern Norway, also under Nordic Response, and now we are here at the west coast in Bergen. So we really appreciate you coming to Norway once more. And let me say that this is a historic day for the comprehensive maritime cooperation between Norway and Germany. And I'm very pleased that we together today could lay down the common cornerstone for the new maintenance facility for our new submarines. This new maintenance facility for the submarines is specifically designed and optimized for efficient maintenance operations. The facility will provide maintenance personnel with modern workspaces and state-of-the-art maintenance methods aimed at reducing costs and increasing availability for both navies. This facility will also be an important arena for training and educating future submarine crews in close cooperation with our German partners. And this place will also serve as a base for both our submarine service and German crews when they visit Norway for maintenance of their submarines. Germany and Norway are close allies and cooperate well at all levels. The German-Norwegian bilateral defense cooperation is both extensive and long-standing, and further development of the cooperation is a high political priority in both countries. In recent years, it has developed particularly positively on the maritime side, based on material cooperation on submarines and missiles. But there are also close cooperation on the land side. Among other things, Norway has signed a contract for the purchase of new Leopard 2 main battle tanks from Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann, KNDS, to the Norwegian Army from Germany then. In the same way as submarines are for the Navy, tanks are a main combat system in the Army. The Norwegian Ministry of Defense has also invited the French, US, British and German governments to begin discussions regarding a potential strategic partnership for deliveries of new frigates. I look forward to following the submarine project's progress, particularly the potential expansion of the facility into a central maintenance hub for all our submarines. This would ensure shared synergies for both countries and optimized support for the entire common fleet. Thank you. Boris.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really very happy to be here. It's great to be here in Norway again. Thank you very much for the opportunity to join you in the cornerstone ceremony of our submarine maintenance center here in Håkonsvern. In September last year, we were in Kiel to launch the production of the first U-212 common design submarine. And today's event showcases that we are not only procuring submarines together, we are also working together on maintenance and development. And we are cooperating closely to ensure operational readiness. This has many advantages. We avoid duplication. We can benefit from the expertise of both countries. And we are saving money. That is what interoperability is about. Now, what does this mean in concrete terms? The focus here in Håkonsvern in Norway will be on hull maintenance. At home in Germany, in Kiel, the focus will be on electronics, on maintaining the submarine's command and control systems. We can send our expert to either Kiel or Håkonsvern whenever necessary. With this joint project, we are closing a NATO capability gap, and we are strengthening our navies. It's yet another important step in further expanding our very close and active cooperation. In Brussels in October, when we met, we launched the initiative for more maritime security together. We will further enhance the protection of our critical undersea infrastructure. And we will improve our regional posture with the help of regional hubs that will lead to better situational awareness in the underwater domain. We will be able to better identify and analyze anomalies. You for the Norwegian Sea and we for the Baltic Sea. And recent incidents in the Kattegat in the Baltic Sea have clearly shown that we need such an ambiguous situation pictures. We must face the facts. NATO states are exposed to hybrid threats. We must better protect our critical undersea infrastructure and demonstrate to foreign powers that we are vigilant and able to defend ourselves. Bjørn, we have come to know each other fairly well in the last 2 years, I think, and we have become friends. For that, I would like really to thank you. Our two countries are strategic partners on equal terms. This is also true for the maritime domain. We share our know-how about our defense industry, key technologies. And we have chosen to procure your system to equip our ships with anti-ship missiles. And we intend to develop the next generation of anti-ship missiles in cooperation with you. These missiles will be supersonic. We will expand our cooperation even further. You already mentioned you have to find a replacement for your Fridtjof Nansen-class frigates. We stand ready for you. And we have to start developing a successor for our Sachsen-class frigates at the same time. We have made initial progress with the F-127 project. The F-127 also shows great potential for cooperation on equal terms. And I would love to convince you to join us in this project too. Thank you for this wonderful day here in Norway, in Bergen. Good.
Okay, then we start with the question round. It was PTR. Yep.
Carsten Hoffmann, German news agency dpa. I have a question to both of you regarding the number of the new submarines. Is it that Norway will, at the end of this process, have 4 or 6? And a question, same but different in German, if I may. In Deutschland wird jetzt die parlamentarische Befassung mit der Bestellung von 4 weiteren U-Booten beginnen. Herr Minister Pistorius, können Sie das bestätigen? Können Sie erklären, warum Deutschland 4 weitere dieser U-Boote bestellen sollte?
Yes, well, originally we ordered 4 submarine of this new 212 CD submarine. Before summer, the government put forward the new long-term defense plan for Parliament, and we got a unanimous support for this new plan from all political parties in Parliament. And a part of that agreement was that we were going to increase from 4 to 6 submarines.
Wir brauchen 6 U-Boote. Wir müssen unsere ersetzen. Wir haben 2 bestellt. 4 weitere sind jetzt, soweit kann ich das bestätigen, Gegenstand einer Beschlussvorlage, die, wenn alles so weiterläuft, am kommenden Mittwoch, also übermorgen, im Bundestag, im Haushaltsausschuss beschlossen werden wird. Ich danke ausdrücklich den Abgeordneten des Deutschen Bundestages, auch denen der CDU, CSU, die dieses Vorhaben, genau wie einige andere, aus rüstungspolitischer, verteidigungspolitischer Verantwortung mittragen und mithelfen durchzubringen. Und wir brauchen die U-Boote, weil die maritime Bedrohungslage das zwingend erfordert. Die russische Navy, die russische Marine ist sowohl im Nordmeer als auch im Nordatlantik als auch in der Ostsee außerordentlich aktiv und stellt eine deutliche Bedrohung dar, der wir etwas entgegensetzen müssen. Nicht als Deutschland alleine, sondern im Konzert mit den anderen NATO-Partnern, unter anderem Norwegen. Und deswegen ist die Kooperation gerade in diesem Projekt so wichtig und die Bestellung zur gleichen Zeit, sodass unsere Flotten synchron aufwachsen und dann gleichzeitig auch jederzeit gewartet und geübt werden können.
I have a question regarding support for Ukraine. The German Chancellor is in Kyiv today, promising millions in aid for Ukraine. At the same time, the Ukrainian president has said that he's expecting not to be able to keep all of his territories in Ukraine, and that he's not going to win everything back militarily, that some territories are going to have to be won back through diplomatic means. Should Ukraine prepare, in your eyes, and I'm asking both of you, to give up some of its territories?
Well, it is not up to me to recommend anything to our Ukrainian friends. If they see the time that the time has come for them to do this thing or another thing, it's their decision. It's not up to me to commend it in advance.
Yeah, and a few remarks from me as well. First of all, I would express my gratitude for the German leadership when it comes to supporting Ukraine, and they've also been very helpful when we have been cooperating when it comes to different kinds of aid to Ukraine. For instance, with the German initiative when it comes to air defense, we have been supporting that. I agree with Boris that it's the Ukrainian who should decide the terms for the solution moving forward. But we have been absolutely clear that we want to support them for as long as it takes. And we recently also reached an agreement in the Norwegian Parliament, also unanimously, to significantly increase our support, military and civilian support for Ukraine in the coming year.
Thank you. Also a question to both of you. Perhaps you could be a bit more precise on why especially this region on the northern Atlantic is strategically so important. In Germany, the focus has been very much on the activities in the Baltic Sea. Perhaps you could outline a bit more why this, the northern Atlantic, is also very important. And you just said, Minister Pistorius, that we are saving money with this cooperation. Is there an estimate on how much more one of these submarines would cost if Germany or Norway would build them alone?
Not seriously, to be honest, I don't know that, but we do save money, certainly, and we would even save more money if other partners would join us in the future. So we'll see about that. And the other question, what was the first question?
On the northern
Atlantic.
region.
Well, sometimes it's useful to change the perspective. And if you are on the northern part of Norway or Sweden or Finland and you look onto the globe, onto the earth, you see it with a totally different focus. We are used in Middle Europe to see Middle Europe as the middle of the world, but we are not. And things are changing, and regions are changing as well in the perspective of countries who want to have some more power at any place. So if we talk about, for example, the Northern Atlantic, about the North Sea, the Arctic Sea and the Baltic Sea, we see a very enormous presence of Russian Navy. And they are not there just to have a good time. They are over there to claim their interests and to threaten, of course. And therefore, it is necessary to be present too, with a strong navy, with a strong unity in NATO. And therefore, it is necessary to have those ships, those frigates, those submarines, and others. And that's what we are working on.
When it comes to costs of systems, I want to say that we have some experiences. Our present frigates, the Nansen-class frigates, we are the only one that operates them. They have been good frigates, but at the same time, having so expensive material and so few of them, and being alone on that, that's not sustainable for a country of our size. So we need a partnership when it comes to this most technical advanced equipment, which is also very expensive. We'll do that best together with close allies, like we do with the submarines. This is cost efficient, absolutely, and that is also actually a model when we now are going to purchase new frigates. We have said that we are going to do that in a close partnership with an ally. And well, Boris talked about the strategic importance of the Kola Peninsula, the Northern Fleet, and the strategic Russian capabilities up north. I just want to add that important part of defending Norway, the Nordics, but really the whole of Europe, is also the sea lines of communications between America and Europe. So being able to keep these sea lines open, having military capabilities to defend these lines is absolutely crucial for us.
And I would like to emphasize another aspect with regard to our agreement in terms of submarines and maybe in the future for frigates too. The very, very big advantage for both of us is, of course, saving money, but at the same time, the offset, so the industrial participation of Norwegian industry all over Norway. This is crucial, and this is particular with regard to that deal.
Absolutely.
TV2.
You both mentioned the cable and security. How will the submarines corporation support and increase the security? And second question, the frigates, when will we have a decision?
Maybe I'll start. Well, let's take the frigates first. No, as you know, we have narrowed the field to four nations, Germany among them, and the government plans to make a decision in 2025, the next year. So it's a quite rapid, speedy process. When it comes to subsea infrastructure, well, I think we all got a wake-up call when we saw what happened with the Nord Stream pipelines. Norway, we have almost 9,000 kilometers of oil and gas pipelines in the bottom of the sea, and in addition there comes electricity cables and communication cables. So there are vulnerabilities here. We have done a lot over the last couple of years to protect and to have good situational awareness. I think there's a lot of capabilities that is going to help us with that, but being present in the maritime domain, including with submarines, is a part of this ongoing mission.
Nothing to add. I'm fine.
Good.
Oh,
okay. If I got you right, Mr. Pistorius, you said in your speech early on that the German and the Norwegian submarines will be almost the same. The submarines that are going to be built will be almost the same, but not the same. They're not identical. So everybody's complaining about if two nations or three or four nations plan a system together, each nation wants to have its own specifications. So is that happening here again? And why is that happening? Where are the differences?
I mean, the difference is, I don't know whether Vice Admiral Karg is here too. Yeah, okay.
I see no specific difference.
No.
And that is really the beauty, because you can even bring a Norwegian crew on a German boat and vice versa. So it gives you more operational flexibility.
Yeah. So as far as I know, they are identical.
That was only cautious in my speech. To give you the opportunity to make that question.
Okay, any more questions?
No.
Okay, thank you.